To paraphrase Shakespeare, to draft or not to draft. From Ryan Leaf to Lawrence Phillips, the NFL is stock full of picks that didn't pan out. And to discuss what could be this year's riskier selections, I'm joined by Russ Landy of the National Football Post. He's their scouting director and our managing editor here at Campus Insiders, Pete Futek. All right, gentlemen, if an NFL team was banking on your wisdom here for this draft, let's talk about the following players and what round you would take them in, if you take them at all. Let's start with Michigan quarterback turned receiver Denard Robinson.
You know, I would definitely take Denard Robinson, but you can't overdraft this guy. He's not a sure thing. He's a guy that is going to be making a conversion to a new position. He's slight-framed. He has an elbow injury that's caused nerve damage. So, I mean, is he a definite guy that's going to make it? No. But I think what he brings is electric ability to change games when he has the ball in the open field. So that's why a team's got to be willing to take a gamble in that third or fourth round, hoping that he does become the player he has the talent
Fun
to be.
toy to play with. I mean, he's
Yes.
the guy. If you're an offensive coordinator worth your salt,
yes.
you want this guy and you're going to say, you know, I'm going to find a way to get him the ball
North
10
Turner's
to 15
gotta
times
be
a game.
thrilled about it.
And yeah, he's not going to be a passing quarterback in any way, but
no
you can
chance.
certainly make him, give him certain packages out of the shotgun, make him a wildcat sort of quarterback, do some funky things with him, and he is a fast guy.
No
he
question.
is a speedy receiver. He can't take big shots. You're always going to be worried every time he takes a pop, but certainly he's a fun guy. Fourth round, sure, why not?
Marcus Lattimore, an All-American his freshman year. Knee injuries, though, in back-to-back seasons in 2011, 2012. Pete, is this the guy you take a chance on out of
Total
South Carolina?
cautionary tale, top 10 overall pick. Now if he's third or fourth round, he's lucky. I thought that even before all of this, he kind of lost a step. And you kind of saw it last year. He was never, his game is about pounding away. Give him the ball 25 times, he gets stronger as the game goes on. It doesn't wear down. But when you got him, he didn't have that quick step that he had before his first major injury. He was still ultra productive, but they wore him down. No tread left on the tires. Fine, throw him a fourth round bone here, but I certainly wouldn't expect anything.
Well, I think what you're doing is you're sort of betting on the hope that the history has always been with guys with knee injuries that it's 2 years before they're healthy. So you're hoping that, well, this year will sort of be a wash, he'll almost be a backup for another year, but maybe 2 years from now, maybe he's back to what he was before, and that's why you gamble a third-day draft pick, because he is a tremendous kid. He'll work it hard. He'll do everything off the field. He'll be a team guy. If the knee responds, maybe you get lucky.
20 years ago, Terry Allen kind of matched kind of his style. His kind of
and he had three blown-out knees.
And he was able to come back, be productive for a little while. Lattimore can be that guy. He's a safe chance to take about the fourth round.
All right, Russ, one of the players that got a lot of headlines as potentially a Heisman finalist was Collin Klein. Over 2,500 yards passing, 16 touchdowns. Is he a guy that's worth a pick?
You know, to me, he's not worth a pick as a quarterback, and the reason I say that is, although he's a great kid and a tremendous athlete, his throwing motion and lack of arm strength are abysmal. It was really apparent at the All-Star games this spring. He looked terrible. But I will tell you, some team is going to take a chance on him. I would use a seventh-round pick on him to try to convert him to tight end, but I think he's going to get a chance as a quarterback. Some team will take a gamble.
And people want to compare him to Tim Tebow because he's a running quarterback, has all the intangibles, leadership, all that kind of thing. People forget that Tebow was a heck of a passer in college. He was ultra efficient.
And has a strong arm.
Exactly, a strong arm. He was throwing darts in some of those games, like the SEC championship win over Alabama. Klein isn't that guy.
No.
He's an efficient passer in the offense that Kansas State ran, but he is certainly not an NFL quarterback in terms of passing skills. He doesn't want to be an H-back. If you're a quarterback, you're never going to say, yes, I'm open to being an H-back, but he's an H-back.
I guess you do anything to get in the NFL, though, Russ.
How's
his attitude? How's a player's attitude
well, that's
when
the
they
big
want to
question. I mean, years ago, Eric Crouch came out. Everybody thought he would do whatever it took, but he didn't want to play in the NFL if it wasn't quarterback. He ended up going to Canada, Arena League, because he wasn't really excited about playing receiver and failed with the Rams. So I think Klein is open to it a year from now. I think right now he's only a quarterback, doesn't want to go down that road yet.
And that's one area that you could put him in and say, okay, he's our sixth round pick. We're going to take a flyer on just a guy instead of, we're going to throw him out there. Maybe he's an H-back. Maybe we use him in a variety of ways. And he is an emergency guy. No, he doesn't have NFL skills. But for in an absolute emergency for one or two drives or one game, maybe we can throw him out there and not be awful. Maybe we can design some packages for him, a jumbo package like the Belldozer in Oklahoma, and make him run around the goal line, something like that.
Once that NFL door of opportunity opens, it's open for a short time. You either
no
got to walk
It's
through it
very
and
quick,
take what you can get, or you miss your chance. All right, Pete Futek, Russ Landy, guys, thanks very much. Remember, for complete information on the NFL draft and all things college football, keep watching CampusInsiders.com.